good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on and what time zone you're in. I'm your host, Skeptically Speaking. You can find us on all the apps. All the apps. We're not going to mention them all here right now. What I wanted to talk about is the attack on black women such as we have never seen before. So if you could please get your heart me's in, join the Skeptics team, hit that orange heart, I'd appreciate it. Tap the screen. I would more than appreciate that. But we have an entire generation of white people that thinks it's okay to attack black women. When in this country, black women have gone above and beyond trying to warn us about the dangers of fascism and what would happen if we elected a fascist dictator. They tried warning us what would happen if we didn't take fascism seriously, if we did not take into consideration the downtrodden. I don't know how to put this in words. They've warned us that what we do to black women will happen to us eventually. Basically, everything they've said for the last 150 years has pretty much come true. We have not listened. They warned us about drained pool politics. For those of you who are new to that term, drained pool politics is a racist town doesn't want to desegregate. So they start pulling perks, such as the public swimming pool or the park. Instead of sharing it with black people, they'll just rip out the park and fill in the public pool with cement. So no one gets to use it. Isn't that nice? That is where we're at in this country. We're at the precipice, and the description, you see it down below. This is a black woman called the Well-Read Black Girl 76. She has been warning and warning. She's from the Houston area of Texas. She's been warning us about what happens when fascism rears its ugly head, warning us about what would happen if we didn't take the warning seriously. And she came to the defense of a few black women, and the white supremacist racist assholes decided to take it upon themselves to dox her and take away her livelihood. That's what they did. Because she spoke truth to power. She did what very few people dare to do. She put herself on the line, and she paid for it. Now, she has been in critical care. She has been taking care of critically ailing patients. And she's been doing this for 25 years. And now she's lost her job. The white supremacists in this country went to her employers and told them a bunch of lies, basically saying that she violated the nurses' code of ethics. And for these lies, she's having to suffer for it. So eventually, I'm going to play a video. I want you to hear it in her own words, what she's asking. And the least we can do is support her in her time of need. The least we can do is show her that she is not alone in this fight. Now, I don't know if you remember the Jubilee debates with Mehdi Hassan, where he debated a bunch of right-wing fascist zealots. One of them basically said that he was a schmatzi. He lost his job almost immediately, but then he turned around and raised $40,000. A fascist raised $40,000 in 2 weeks. I think we can do better than that. She deserves way more than that. She's going to be in the legal fight of her life. She's got to appear in court to try to overturn this what I think is an illegal firing, and she's going to have to fight for her life, her livelihood. So pay attention to this as we move forward. Now I'm going to try to play it on both apps at the same time, so you're going to have to bear with me.
To make this video, and I have just decided that I'm gonna push through it no matter what, and I'm to make this video, and I have just decided that I'm gonna push through it no matter what, and I'm gonna post it. So if I fumble through, please be patient with me. I'm human. I want to start out by saying thank you for the people, your words, your messages. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it greatly. Because this is a big fight. It's a very big fight, and that's really what I want to talk to you right now about, is this fight. Because this is so much bigger than Daniel Bowling. Daniel Bowling is one person. There is a sea of people whose sole intention, their purpose, their mission is to silence voices of dissent, to silence people who have the courage to stand against a mob and say, you cannot have her. And the First Amendment is the First Amendment. So people should be allowed to say whatever they want to say, behave however they want to behave without causing harm to others, without consequences. Now, I never said anything about those children. That's just it's not me. I never said anything about those children. What I said was, it is not okay for you to hunt a black woman because you don't like the words that she spoke. It's not okay to terrorize black women. And then they turned on me. And they used their exact same tactics they were using on Sade Perkins on me. And so now I am saying to this mob, to hospitals, to our boards, it is not okay to go along with the silencing of dissenting voices without doing your due diligence in an objective fashion every single time. That's the fight. The Daniel Bowlings will come and go, but my job, my livelihood, what I've worked for, this is my life's work. This is not a job. It is my life's work should not be in jeopardy because I unfortunately come in contact with a man and his mob hunting black women. And I could have been anyone of any occupation. The occupation, it's a lot of us. This happens to us all the time. There should be an objective way to measure these things before another person's life is completely dismantled. That is a fight for all of us. And I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna fight this fight for all of us. Because I know the Nurse Practice Act. I know that I have not violated the Nurse Practice Act. The Nurse Practice Act means too much to me. And I believe in accountability. I defended another woman and I defended myself against a digital lynch mob. That should not cost me my license. That should have never cost me my job. Not ever. And it shouldn't cost anyone else their job either if you're standing up and you're doing the right thing. And that if, there has got to be some objectivity put into that if. Because if these complaints had come to me, they would have died with me. If these complaints come to someone who is a supporter of fascism and racism, the possibility of the right thing happening decreases exponentially. We deserve protection. That's the long fight that I'm in. There have been issues with my Cash App. We're taking that completely out of the equation. I will post my PayPal here. My friends have set up a Gifts and Go for me. Thank you for doing that. Please donate. It's hard to ask for help. Doesn't matter how much you help. That's the point, to be a helper. Thank you for doing this. I want to talk about the number. It's been set at $250,000, and how we came up with that number. I do have to live. I have to take care of my baby. I'm going to lose my health insurance, so I have to now buy into Cobra. I have to secure a lawyer who's willing to fight the long fight with me, maintain that, filing fees and all of that horrible stuff. I need to restore my self for this. I appreciate the support. This fight, I think it was inevitable because, I mean, we are under attack by a fascist regime. This is fascism. So the fight was inevitable. I did not think it was going to be me, but it is, and I'm going to fight it, and I appreciate your support. So fam, this is my 5th attempt to make this video, and I have just decided that I'm going to push through it no matter what, and I'm going to post it.
Yeah. Someone on YouTube said this used to happen a lot during the 60s, 70s. They would just take the racism and just try to block it out and ignore it. This is something that only we whitey people can stop. We have to put a stop to this. I've listened to this clip. I've watched this clip 3-4 times now. And I cannot... this pisses me off every time I watch it. It pisses me off. In 2025, we haven't... It's like we're in Montgomery, Alabama in the 1950s. Again. What has changed? What has actually changed? I mean... Here a nurse is fighting. She's got to get lawyers. She's got to get her health care. So if this doesn't piss you off, nothing will, really. It's time we took this seriously. And it's time we put a stop to this. This is bullshit. Bullshit. A black woman speaks truth to power, stands up in the face of fascism, and she has to lose her job for it. In the land of the free and home of the brave. Where's all the freedom? Show me. Where's all the freedom? I mean, I thought I would make this live stream a happy stream, just kind of showing the highlights of what we've been doing throughout the week. I was going to talk about Hulk Hogan and do a deep dive into him, but you know what? When this flashed across my screen, when her story I mean, I've been doing a deep dive. I literally saw this happen almost in real time. I missed it about 8 hours. Her firing and her, you know, and her plea for help. I tell you what, if a fascist goon can raise $40,000 in 2 weeks, there's no goddamn reason that we can't do the same. None. I've put her links in the description of this video. I've put, if you go to her page, Well Read Black Girl 76, she has links as well. She's got a link tree. She's got a Give, Send, Go account. And I believe she was working on... She does have PayPal, and she does have Cash App. But I think she's going to go towards Give, Send, Go. I think that's going to be the one that will be less vulnerable. But, you know, if she goes through a normal GoFundMe, it can get attacked by these racist asshats, and it can get taken down. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. It doesn't matter if anything is based on reality. So in the description of this live, in this video, you're going to see I've not posted any of our links, just hers. And I might do that for the next couple of streams. We'll see. But she needs to be taken care of, and she needs to be made whole. She needs to know that there are people on her side that are willing to go to bat for her. Hey, white people, you want to be an ally? You want to be a person that's for black people? Hey, now we get to put our money where our mouth is. We get to show with our dollars who we are and what side we're on. Now, I'm talking to the white people now. And it's time we take this seriously. Black women have been the backbone of political movements spanning over a century. They've been the reason why we've been successful. They've been pushing for progressive ideas. All the things that we enjoy, they've helped spearhead and they've helped push. We need to have her back now. I mean, it's enough that she gets racism at work. I guarantee you that she has faced a lot of racism at work. And not to mention on these apps. I mean, she's had a bunch of fascists flood her apps everywhere she's at. They flooded her TikTok, and I've seen the comments. Not to mention the microaggressions she experiences. She's in the Houston, Texas area. You don't think she's got to deal with this on a daily? Not to mention having her job ripped out from under her. Fuck these dead-headed fascists. Fuck them. But yeah, if you can... Yeah, if you can, please do what you can. I know I gotta wait till payday myself, but, you know, I've put myself out there. I've said I would give, and I better damn well give. No excuses. So, I mean, how much money have we wasted on the TikTok shop buying this, that, and the other foolishness? We can't spare a few nickels and dimes? But black women have been targeted in our workforce. They've been targeted specifically, almost with surgical precision. Now, I'll tell you what, shame on the board, whoever decided that her termination was valid or should have gone through. Shame on them. And if I ever find out what establishment it is, they're going to be getting a call from me. Shame, it's a shame that we have to have this conversation. But here we are. Here we are. But this ought not be. This ought not continue. Let's see. Master Coach says, I don't dare talk political on my channel for this very reason. I've been there on Facebook. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. Can't speak your mind because you'll get swamped. The MAGA fascists, nah, they can say whatever they want with impunity. Yeah, the loud fascists, Nan says, the loud fascist ones have been given a platform and the good people have been silent too long. Exactly. The so-called good people. The so-called good people. Okay, I don't know why this has been pinned. I don't know what this comment is. IKCMCC. Yeah, I don't know what that is. But yeah, it's just sad. The people who are considered the good guys. The friend wants to come up for a second. Let's see. I don't have any guest requests, so I didn't see any flash on my screen, so if they want to come up, I guess that's fine. Let me see. Yeah, just I guess send an invite. I think the guest multi-guest is open. I mean, I didn't close it or anything. But yeah, if I see somebody wanting to come up, I can let them up. As long as we know who it is. I don't want the... Yeah, Facebook and Twitter are complicit in the rise of fascism. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, that's fine. I'll wait for them to come. But yeah, it's time for the so-called good people, the people that we say, well, we're not racist, we're not this, we're not. It's time for us to come out of the shadows, and it's time for us to be counted. So yes, I would very much like to raise funds for this young lady here. And I think it's a damn shame that we even have to do this. But do this we must. We must. We can't. We just can't sit idly by. By the way, if we let this stand, this same thing could this will come to us as well. You see what they're doing? They're targeting the least protected segment of society. I mean, they're going after trans, they're going after gays, they're going after black women and black men, yes. But this is how they do it. This is how fascism starts. They start picking on the marginalized. They start picking on the least protected of among us. And they keep pushing and pushing and pushing. This is what Germany did in the 1930s. They just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And we need to start standing up. We need to start speaking out, because this is gonna hit us too. This is gonna come back on us. And they warned us. Black women have been warning us, from Ida B. Wells, from Maya Angelou, from who else? There's been a lot of them. People who've been warning and warning and warning about what would happen. We had Martin Luther King, we had Malcolm X. And what did we do? How did we treat them? But this cannot stand. So please, I beg you, number one, subscribe to her on YouTube and TikTok. She's also on YouTube as well. It looks like she just started her YouTube page, unless she's always had it. But she's only got like 1 or 2 videos up right now. And the one that I just played, I believe, is up. And then there's another one. Yeah, no one listens. Yeah. Especially white people. White people have been laughing this off for years. And I'm talking about the good ones. They're like, well, it's a shame, but, it's not happening to us. It's amazing to me. You argue with these maggots. You argue with these Trump fascists. And they say, why do you care? You're not the one affected by it. You're not getting affected by it. What do you care? Huh? It's like, what in the entire goddamn fuck? Does something have to affect you personally for you to have a stake in it? When the Black Lives Matter protests were going on, who did the police target? Who did they go after? They went after peaceful protesters. They always go after the weakest. And then when they started attacking the white kids in the protests, then the parents got up. They got up in arms and started attending the protests. Why can't we do that when it's a black child, a black teenager, a black young man or woman, or they? Why can't we do that? Why must we wait until it affects us personally? Unbelievable. Oh yeah. So if you need a link to her YouTube, it's going to be in the link of the description of this live. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it. If you're watching on TikTok, you're probably not going to see it. You'll have to go look for me, Skeptically Speaking, on YouTube. Yeah, my goodness. But yeah, it's going to be in the description. So yeah, we need to get this out and share it far and wide. Share it. I mean, not this stream, but share her page. You know, I'm not going to get any clout out of this, and frankly, I don't want it. I don't ever want it to be said that I did this just, for recognition. It's like we got enough of those. Aren't we sick of and tired of influencers who get behind causes just for the sake of, ooh, I might get something, ooh, I can get a viral moment out of this. It's like, no, we don't need viral moments. We don't need to aggrandize ourselves. It makes me sick. But yes, we need to start getting this out. Get this information out. Share this. Even if you're sharing the live, get on her page, subscribe, send her some love, send her a comment of encouragement. If anything, if you're not able to send money right now, at least give her a comment in her TikTok. She's very active on TikTok. Give her some encouragement. Because I tell you what, what white supremacy wants more is for her to give up and just end it. That's what they're after. The same jerk-offs that went after the Save a Fox Foundation, I can't remember, Michaela or something, and she ended up unaliving in her barn because just the relentless attacks. They kept attacking her, and finally she just gave up. The same thing, they're hoping she does the same thing. We need to circle the wagons and not let these fuckwits get at her. And they're going to keep pounding, they're going to keep attacking. We need to be the hedge of protection, if I may borrow a biblical colloquialism. But yeah, they're going to attack until she gives up and ends herself. That's what they want. And we cannot allow that to happen. So let's join hands, join arms, whatever the fuck, and be her hedge of protection. Thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Keep sharing. Tappy tap, 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 please. But I hope she realizes that, I know she knows she's not alone. I don't think she believes that, but it would help if people that looked like us got in there and helped and encouraged and said, hey, we're behind you. Not every person that looks like this is the enemy. And again, I believe she knows that, but I think it helps for her to hear that. I think it would help if we decided to be a little more proactive in combating these fascist twits. And I'll tell you what. I would. Eventually, it's going to come out where she worked. Eventually, it's going to come out, and I guarantee you, I'm going to be on the phone. Because the people running that establishment, they should know better. They should know better. Okay, thank you. But yeah, we need to reach out and be her encouragement. This is well, I won't say this is her lowest point, but I'm sure this is probably in the top 5 lowest points. I'm sure she's experienced way worse than this, but this is fucked up. We as America should be doing a lot better. Unbelievable. A woman speaks truth to power, stands up against fascism and against bullies, especially. You know who she went after? She went after bullies who dared to attack other black women. And then when she spoke truth about the flooding in Kerr County, Texas, Oh, they didn't like that. They went after her. They singled her out viciously for daring to be truthful, for daring to speak the truth. We are living in 1984, where the truth is considered an attack. Unbelievable. Yes, thank you so much for subbing. I appreciate that, Coach Susan. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. If anything, please share Well-Read Black Girl, please. If anybody needs sharing, it's her. We need to be counted. She needs the encouragement. She needs the shares. So please go on her page and share her content. Because I guarantee you they're not going to stop at just her job. They're going to try to get her entire account. I guarantee you. I know for a fact her account has been mass reported. This should not stand. So please, if you haven't dived into her content, please do that. Please do that. This is code red as far as I'm concerned. Code red. Get on Well-Read Black Girl's page. Not only follow her, but watch her content. And you tell me if she said anything untoward. Again, I've already done a deep dive, and I mean, she has posted 2-3 videos a day sometimes. So, I mean, there is a lot to go through. And then all of the time she has to spend time addressing asinine comments. I mean, the foolishness of people, you know? People who don't have the brains of a lima bean. But, yeah. But she's the bad guy, right? Sad. But I'll tell you what. Whatever I can do. Again, I tell you what, I have never been more anxious for payday in a long time. I have never been more anxious, because I tell you what, she needs to get the encouragement. She needs to get the, I don't know, what can we say? She deserves the help. So if any little bit to help, it's not going to be a lot. So anyway, I have her, my goodness, I've forgotten what I have. I've got her Give, Send, Go in the link of the description, as well as her Cash App. And I don't think I have her PayPal. That's something for, I think she took those off. There was something wrong with the Cash App. She couldn't receive funds for some ridiculous reason. And so I guess what was encouraging to me was I think she was getting so much funds were coming in all at once that Cash App put a halt on it and said, whoa, that's too much. Yeah, something's going on. So it's unbelievable. But I truly hope she gets her Cash App, because right now Cash App is it's basically the one and only app I can use to give right now. So I'm really hoping she gets the Cash App sorted. As soon as that is back online, send that money. There's another TikToker that she said, basically, when she addressed people that have been racist in the past and they want to apologize for the decisions they've made, she basically said, don't bother apologizing, just send a check. What better way to apologize for white supremacy? Let's give her a check. How about that? How about we write her a check? I think it's high time. I think it's high time that she got some comfort, that she got some help from us. What do you think? What do you think, white tea people? People who claim to be allies to the black cause? You think we can put our money where our mouth is? I guess we'll see in the next coming days. I want to see how she does in the coming weeks ahead. I want to see, and she'll let us know. She'll let us know how she's doing. She'll let us know if people are helping her out like they should. Well, folks, I'm just rambling at this point. But this was an impromptu live. I don't have talking points or a script. I'm just ranting. I find myself at a loss for words. I find myself just in bewilderment. This is what is happening. Oh, by the way, her name is Candace. She has said her name online, so I'm not speaking out of turn. Her first name is Candace, so please give to Candace. It would be much appreciated. But yeah, so it was good. It was good to see a couple of people in the chat earlier, Coach Susan and Nan. Or excuse me, yeah, Coach Susan. So I appreciate the subscription. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. Yes, don't forget to like the live. Please like the live. Like and share. That's the only way we're going to get this news out. We have to get this out. It's going to be up to us. No one else. No one else is going to get this out but us. We have to give a damn. We have to care. We have to say enough is enough, and we're going to stand in the gap. That's us. And for the religious people that might be listening, there's no God coming to help. There's no God coming to swoop down and save the day. People helping people, that is what's going to make the difference. That is what makes society work, is when we decide we're going to make it work. When we decide that we're going to reach out a helping hand. There's no God coming to save us. There is no help from the skies. It's just us. Do we care enough? As a society, as a people, do we care? Now, I don't have to know this person personally. I wouldn't mind, but I don't have to know her to give a damn. We give a damn about our fellow man because if we don't, who will? If not now, when? When are we going to make a stand? When are we going to decide enough's enough? When are we going to push back against the fascist hordes? By the way, the fascist hordes are the minority. They're the smallest group, but they're the loudest group. And they're loud for a reason. But we have to decide that we care. We have to decide that that enough. We're not going to stand for it. Yes, we care because we're human. We need to look out for each other. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. And if I may speak selfishly, yes. Selfishly, I don't want this happening to me. I would not want to be in this person's shoes. I would not want my job in jeopardy just because I spoke truth and somebody didn't like it. But that's where we're at in this country. Let me see. Let me set another live goal. This time, let's be realistic. Let's do donuts. Who doesn't like donuts? There we go. There. Let's try donuts this time. Don't worry about it. No, just do what you can and what you can. And then eventually when these rewards pile up, I think we should make a gift of them to Candace, to Well-Read Black Girl. You know what? How about we do this? Whatever we earn off of this live, let's give it to Well-Read Black Girl on TikTok. Let's do that. What are we at now? Estimated rewards, $7.61. I'm sure it's going to be a little more than that, but we'll see. Whatever we make off of this live, let's just give it. You know, let's just give it. What am I going to do? Spend it on coffee? A McDonald's that I can barely digest? Ugh. Oh my God. Some of the saddest food I've ever eaten has been at McDonald's. I do like their breakfast bagel sandwich, their steak and egg bagel sandwich, but that's about the only thing I can eat over there. Everything else is just salt. And barely meat product. But anyway. But yeah, I think whatever we earn off of this live, let's just give it. Let's just give it. You know, and you want to talk about a waste of money. So, well, anyway, I better not say too much because TikTok won't like it. Well, yeah, their mocha frappes are good. I have to give you that. Mocha frappes are okay. Caramel? Yeah. Not really. Oh, good God. But yeah, so please, let's put our money where our mouth is and let's give. So if you can, I'd appreciate that. I'm just gonna keep rambling. But whatever we get off this live, I want to give it. And if you're on the YouTube app, the red app, I guess, the link in the description will take you directly to her page and her GoFundMe's. Give, Send, Go, excuse me. I would rather the money go straight to her instead of a third party. That's why I was really hoping for that Cash App, because at least I know it's going directly to her. you know, I would rather just give it straight. You know what I mean? I just feel better about that. But yeah, this is just. I went down a rabbit hole on TikTok, and I just was watching her latest videos, and I mean, she is going through it. She is going through it. She deserves all of the accolades, and I tell you, all her response videos have been damn near surgical. I mean, it's just wild how surgically precise she is on a lot of issues. And she's definitely well read. I tell you what, I cannot take that from her. Goodness gracious. She's probably read more than I can dream of. But yeah, her responses have been absolutely surgical, and her TikToks are long form. So they're not like 30-second clips. I mean, it's dense with a lot of information. A lot of information. Yep, no money sticking it to big corporations before it gets her. Yeah, that's how I feel. If I can get it straight to her, I would rather do that myself personally. But if you can, go to her Give Send Go account and give it to her that way. Nothing wrong with that. But yes, absolutely, because you know they're going to take a little chunk out of it. I mean, I guess they have to, but damn. But yeah, I'm really hoping. I'm just hoping this makes a difference. You know what I mean? If this makes a difference, great. If my ranting and raving does anything today, then good. At least I've accomplished that. But yeah, it's about time. It's about time. Yeah, white supremacists have been getting away with schmurder. Well, not metaphorically, I mean literally. So we've got to stand in the gap, and we've got to decide we're not going to let this black woman just be under attack, and we're just going to sit on the sidelines and say, well, you know, it's terrible. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, I don't want to be one of those people that scrolls and goes, oh, that is such a sad story. It's terrible that she lost her job. It's terrible that she, you know, is going through it. That's just wrong. And then I just keep on scrolling. I don't want to be a scroller and a 30-second empathist. It's not even a word, but you know what I mean. A person who experiences empathy for 30 seconds and then just goes on to the next one. Sometimes it's good if we just stop. If we stop and just focus our attention just a little bit. We can do it. We can do this. Yes, Nan says every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. I mean, what am I actually doing? You know, I'm just ranting and raving on the internet. It may not mean a whole lot, but it's going to mean a whole lot to certain someone. Because this person deserves our help. And I'm going to do it any way I can. And if that means I got to repeat myself and just monologue and blather, so be it. I'll do that. Happily. Did you know that Bloom sparkling energy drink goes well with Blue Moon? It does. The flavor just, it's a good mesh. But yeah, if you're in the comments and you've got something to say, go ahead and say it. What do you think? What do you think about white fascists? And yes, some black fascists, people who are fascist adjacent. It's like, man, I hate when I see these red-pilled black men who think that these white MAGAs are going to accept them. It's like, no, they will not. They don't want you. They'll tolerate you enough for you to vote in favor of them, but as soon as your vote is done, they'll kick you to the curb. They don't care about you. That's why I just wish these black men would realize that white supremacy has no place for you at all. At all. I mean, we saw a video of a popular black MAGA man at a Trump rally. He shows up at a Trump rally, and all of these white MAGAs surrounded him and just berated him and just made fun of him and and he's videotaping the whole time, laughing it off, going, oh, yeah, we're all on the same team, right, guys? And they're like, no, we don't want you here. And they just cussed him out and everything. He was on their team. This black man was on the MAGA team at a Trump rally, and they would not accept him. Even then. I'm glad I can't remember his name, because I really don't even want to give him the time of day. But yeah, black men who are MAGA, I hope you realize now, there is no place for you in the MAGA movement. Again, they'll applaud your videos and everything on the app, but in reality, when you're out on the street, they don't care. They don't care about you. If you're not wearing a red hat, you might as well, you're dirt to them. That's how they see you. Thank you for the stickers, or excuse me, the emojis. Thank you. But yeah, this is happening, and I hope black men that are MAGA adjacent or leaning to the right, I hope they take this. I hope they take this and realize, hey, this could be me. Oh, better yet, this could be my mother. This could be happening to my mom. These racist white supremacists do not care. They don't care about you. They don't, if you don't have the complexion, then you're not in their group. That is how they think. That is how the twisted brain of MAGA thinks. They accept your vote. Hey, hello from Greece. Good to see you, Chris. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. There's been a lot to talk about. Oh my God, has there been a lot to talk about? Oof. And we've gone through it. But yes, one last time, I would like to play the video again. I want to play this video again, and I want us to really take it in. First, let me go ahead and mute so I don't backfeed.
To make this video, and I have just decided that I'm gonna push through it no matter what, and I'm gonna post it. So if I fumble through, please be patient with me. I'm human. I want to start out by saying thank you for the people, your words, your messages. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it greatly. Because this is a big fight. It's a very big fight, and that's really what I want to talk to you right now about, is this fight, because this is so much bigger than Daniel Bowling. Daniel Bowling is one person. There is a sea of people whose sole intention, their purpose, their mission is to silence voices of dissent, to silence people who have the courage to stand against a mob and say, you cannot have her. And the First Amendment is the First Amendment. So people should be allowed to say whatever they want to say, behave however they want to behave without causing harm to others, without consequences. Now, I never said anything about those children. That's just not, it's not me. I never said anything about those children. What I said was, it is not okay for you to hunt a black woman because you don't like the words that she spoke. It's not okay to terrorize black women. And then they turned on me. And they used their exact same tactics they were using on Sade Perkins on me. And so now I am saying to this mob, to hospitals, to our boards, it is not okay to go along with the silencing of dissenting voices without doing your due diligence in an objective fashion every single time. That's the fight. The Daniel Bowlings will come and go, but my job, my livelihood, what I've worked for, this is my life's work. This is not a job. It is my life's work. Should not be in jeopardy because I unfortunately come in contact with a man and his mob hunting black women. And I could have been anyone of any occupation. The occupation, it's a lot of us. This happens to us all the time. There should be an objective way to measure these things before another person's life is completely dismantled. That is a fight for all of us. And I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna fight this fight for all of us. Because I know the Nurse Practice Act. I know that I have not violated the Nurse Practice Act. The Nurse Practice Act means too much to me. And I believe in accountability. I defended another woman and I defended myself against a digital lynch mob. That should not cost me my license. That should have never cost me my job. Not ever. And it shouldn't cost anyone else their job either if you're standing up and you're doing the right thing. And that if, there has got to be some objectivity put into that if. Because if these complaints had come to me, they would have died with me. If these complaints come to someone who is a supporter of fascism and racism, the possibility of the right thing happening decreases exponentially. We deserve protection. That's the long fight that I'm in. There have been issues with my Cash App. We're taking that completely out of the equation. I will post my PayPal here. My friends have set up a Gifts and Go for me. Thank you for doing that. Please donate. It's hard to ask for help. Doesn't matter how much you help. That's the point, to be a helper.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this. I want to talk about the...
Yeah. So everything that okay, so all the money that gets raised from this live is going to go directly to well-read black girl on TikTok. The attacks that she has been under has been horrendous. All because she dared call out white supremacists to their faces. So any gifts that you send on this live, it's going to go to her. And I really hope she gets her Cash App back up. Because if she can do that, that is the easiest way I can I can transfer. I guess I could set up a PayPal. But this, Cash App is already in the show's name. I don't want to use my, obviously don't use my real name. But yeah, we need to circle the wagons and we need to come to her aid. If a white nationalist, fascist schmatzi can raise $40,000 in 2 weeks after losing his job, there's no reason why she can't get the same amount of money. Yes, it is a captivating clip. All her clips are captivating. Go to her TikTok, subscribe to the well-read black girl on TikTok, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's well worth the time. Every single one of her posts have been informative. Every single one. And I've done a deep dive into her videos. If anybody deserves the help right now, she's trying to raise $200,000 to be able to pay her bills, get health insurance, plus pay a lawyer. This is going to be a long fight for her. She's going to have to go get a lawyer. She's going to have to... this is unmitigated bullshit that she's going to have to go through. And she's going through it. Not only does she have to experience racism in her real life, but also on TikTok, because TikTok doesn't take racism seriously. It doesn't. Look at the accounts that get to post filth, and then you report it to TikTok. Well, we don't see anything that's conflicting with our guidelines and regulations. Bull fucking shit. I'm sick of the excuses. Shut the fuck up. But when she addresses white supremacy, oh, well, then TikTok has a problem, doesn't it? Yeah, she has very informative videos. So if you are not on YouTube right now, if you are listening to the sound of my voice, I beg you, go to my YouTube page. And I'm just going to say it, YouTube page. Go to my YouTube page. All of her socials that I have are going to be listed in the description. So go to YouTube, look for Skeptically Speaking. God, I need to get a banner so I can put underneath whatever I'm doing so you can see. So that's what I'm going to do going forward. I'm going to have my YouTube information where you can see it. But yes, look for Skeptically Speaking, and you're going to see under the description of this video, I'm live on YouTube right now. you're going to see all of the information that you need for her. So, yeah, it has her YouTube. She's on YouTube now. And her Cash App. I've got that on there. I'm hoping it's working. And then I also have her Give, Send, Go information already there in the description. So, yeah, if you can, please send her money. That's what she needs right now. Yes, encouragement is good. I encourage you to go to her videos and give her some encouragement, but let's give her some dollars with that encouragement. Let's not just digitally clap for her and then go our way. No, let's give. We can do it. How much money do you think we've wasted on TikTok? Hell, I wasted $60 buying TikTok coins. So, fuck that. she's gonna get some money. Unfortunately, like I said, I said I'm gonna have to wait till payday. Ugh. Priorities, I guess. But yes, she's gonna get some money. So whatever we raise on this live is gonna go directly to her. But we need to start making this. Let's make this reoccurring. Let's do this all the time. You know, let's help our black women. Black women have been the backbone of the Democrat Party. They've been the backbone of on the ground movements. They've organized protests. They've tried to educate us, for fuck's sake. They've tried giving us education free, and we didn't listen to black women. So now we're under fascism. I can't say it any other way. This is what happens when we play around with fascism. I know, shame on me. Understood. Yes, I spent how much on coin? It goes fast. Even with the discount, you can go to getcoins.com, whatever the hell, and you can get discounted coins. Even then, it adds up. You know, the whole idea was spending coins was to share the love with people that are doing, especially lives that educate and challenge, not just people who do gaming. I do not gift gamers. I don't gift people that, you know, nothing against them. I would rather it go to people that are actually doing the work. She has done the work and is still doing the work. So whatever we can give, let's give to her. You know, hell, I'll even screenshot it. It's like, here, look at, this is me giving her the money. I'll do that. Hell, I've even decided from now on, after the last election, I will be taking either a screen recording or a photograph of my ballot. I don't ever want it to be questioned which side I was on and who I voted for. Too many white people went into the ballot. They played in people's faces. They said to black women, "Oh yes, we're with you 100%. Yes, we're with you. Yeah, you go, girl." And then they went into the ballot box and they voted the other way. They voted for white supremacy because they couldn't bring themselves to vote for the black woman who was well overqualified. Well overqualified. And for this orange blithering slob who can barely finish his thought, that's who we went with? Fucking hell, I would have voted for the wheelchair of FDR before I ever voted for Trump. How the hell can you justify a vote for that slob? I don't get it. And white people did it. Look at the statistics of by race and even by sex. Who voted for who? White people overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. That is a sick, sad shame. Disgusting. But yet, we'll get on camera and we'll say, "Oh, we're for the black people. Yes, we're in your corner. We're going to help." And then we turn around and stab them in the back. Or even worse yet, we'll vote third party, or we won't vote at all. Actually, I think the statistics is between 80 and 90 million registered Democrat voters did not vote in the last election. Did not even bother voting. I wonder what the common denominator was. The candidate was black and a woman. She had 2 strikes against her. Imagine that. White people couldn't even get themselves, they couldn't even skip their happy white asses into a ballot box to vote for a black woman. Couldn't even do that. What's the problem? What's the problem? White people? Why couldn't you vote? Why couldn't you vote for the black woman? Oh, what? She didn't speak on your favorite pet issue? What? What was it? Her laugh? And I am so sick and tired of white people who say, well, both candidates were bad. Shut your fucking hole. Shut your fucking hole. You ought to be embarrassed. But here we are. Welcome to fascism, folks. That's what happens when you goof around and don't take fascism seriously. But it's about time. It's about time we started taking it seriously, and it's about time that we... Yeah, Biden, Nan says, Biden's dog Commander was a better candidate. Exactly. I would have voted for a dead dog before I voted for Trump. In what reality, in what universe is Donald Trump the preferred candidate over anybody else or anything else? In what reality? White people have lost their goddamn minds. We have lost our minds. What was it? What was it that broke you, white people? What broke you? As long as I live, I'll never know how we got to this point in history. How did we let ourselves get taken by white supremacy? How did we allow ourselves to be tricked? So deceived? How? How did we do this? How did we get here? I'll bet you she knows. She's talked about it several times. Go to the well-read black girl on TikTok. Subscribe, please. And like I said, all gifts, any money raised on this live, it's going to her. You can clip it and send it to her and say, well, this is what he said. That's okay. I would rather be held accountable. It's about time we start holding ourselves accountable. White people, you want this to happen to you? This is the shot across the bow. This is the warning shot. They're going after the marginalized. You want to know how our country's doing? Look how they treat black people. That is how we're doing. That is how we do it. She would have been, Nan says, she would have been great. Not my ideal candidate, but she's been good. Maybe Jasmine Crockett will run someday. She will be fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. I hate to say this, but anybody else would have been an improvement. You know, we've got the brain trust, and we can't even get them across the finish line. Come the hell on. Come the hell on. This country is dying because of white supremacy. Because we white people we can't let it go. We can't let our internal racism go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we're going to continue suffering because we're letting things like this happen. Yep, we should have been listening to black women decades ago. Exactly. They warned us. They have been warning us. And now they're taking a step back and they're like, you know what? We need to work on self-preservation and self-care. We've been at the front lines for a little bit too long. And now, you know what? Let the white people handle it. They're not listening to us anyway. Why should we go out there and risk ourselves? Why do you think they're getting their passports and thinking about leaving the country? I mean, my God, any country's got to be better than here. We're supposed to be the greatest, strongest, mightiest, richest nation on the planet. And we can't even treat our black people like human fucking beings. The fuck is wrong with us? So yeah, they're looking at Europe. They're looking at the African continent. Hell, they're looking at Greece. They're looking at Italy. And in Greece and Italy, surprisingly, are incredibly racist countries. Yeah. Imagine, Biden, Biden did his best, and without the House and Senate, his hands were tied behind his back. Exactly. Had we given him a government that would have, I mean, a 50-50 government, that's the best we could do. No wonder Biden couldn't deliver on a lot of things. Everyone blames Biden. Well, he didn't do this and he didn't do that. Well, you didn't vote in the general. You voted for the presidency and you forgot your local government. You forgot the state senate, the House. Come the fuck on, people. How do you expect a Democrat president to do anything if you don't give him the House and the Senate? Do you know why Kamala Harris has the record for tie-breaking votes as vice president? Because we failed as voters. We didn't get enough Democrats in. We dropped the ball, and we dropped the ball in 24. We dropped the ball in 2019. White people are just dropping balls left and right. Come the hell on, people. We got to do better than this. We've got to do better than this. This is a shame. This is a sham. And it's sad. It really is. But again, let me remind you, over on YouTube, I have all the links in the description of this live. Look for this picture. If you're unfamiliar with my page, if you're unfamiliar with my YouTube, look for this picture and you'll find all of her links. You'll find her YouTube, you'll find her TikTok, you'll find her Cash App even. You'll find her Give, Send, Go. We've got to give and we've got to get her, we got to make her whole. At least keep her nostrils above water, financially speaking. Come on. I don't want to hear next week that she's swimming in a sea of debt. Let's see. Bat Tool. I'm not sure. Oh, he invites me to co-host. I'm not sure who this is. I'm going to have to decline. I don't want to end up on a weird live, so thanks for the invite all the same. But look for this picture. If you're not familiar with my YouTube, look for Skeptically Speaking. It's the same name as the TikTok. Go look for Skeptically Speaking and find this video. You're going to find all of her links. Be careful in the park. Oh, is that a battle, you think? Oh, that could be. I don't need to do a battle right now. I'd lose, and I'm okay with that. It's okay. But yes, I mean, if you go to YouTube, you'll see all of the descriptions that you need. All of the descriptions. I want to get her as much exposure as I can get. And like I said, any gifts that you give to this live are going to go straight to her account as soon as her Cash App gets up and running, because Man, I'm really hoping the Cash App gets up and running, because that would be the easiest transfer straight over there. Whew. But yeah, it's time. Let's give. We need to give, and we need to give generously, as much as we can. You know, if this were us, if this were our family member, think what would happen if one of our family members spoke up against fascism and then loses their job because of it. You know, let's make her whole, and let's give. And like I said, if you go to YouTube, all of the links are in the description where you can send the money. And all gifts given. Joe, good to see you, Joe. We should do the maggots. Well, you know, Joe, like I said earlier in the video, if anybody remembers the Jubilee debates with Mehdi Hassan, there was a Connor the fascist, racist, Schmatzi. He lost his job when he got on camera and said, "Yeah, I'm Schmatzi adjacent." He raised on Give Send Go. He raised over $40,000 in 2 weeks' time. In 2 weeks' time, we can do better than that. We outnumber them 3-1. Why the hell should they get all the money? And like I said, any gifts given to this live are going to go to her. According to this estimator, it says estimated USD $10. So she's definitely going to get $10 for sure. But yeah, we need to give. So, and if you want to give straight to her, go to YouTube in the description. Her Give Send Go is in the description. You can give it straight to her that way. That's fine. Also, her Cash App. Please check out her Cash App if that would be easier. That would definitely be easier for me. But my God. Whew. Yeah, we've got to do. Hey, I'm going to run a telethon. I guess this is a telethon I'm running, and I don't care. I'm okay with that. If I have to embarrass myself, debase myself, and if that raises money, I'm okay with that. But let's see. We've gone on an hour and a half. Not bad. Let's see how long we can keep this going. But again, let's take fascism seriously, and let's realize we have a sister in need. She spoke truth to power, and she lost her job because of it. Because she dared stand up for another black woman who is being targeted by these unhinged MAGA asshats. Despicable work that these maggots will do. Despicable work. But yeah, like I said, here, I'll even pin it. Anything you can give, whether it's a rose, whether it's a donut, whether it's a cowboy hat, I'll take anything. Any little bit you can give, please, would be much appreciated. But so far, it's according to this, the estimated will be $10. I'm hoping it's going to be more after the live is finalized. But yeah, I want her to get all of it. And again, if you want to give straight to her, that's fine. That's good. In fact, that's better. I would rather the money go straight to her instead of... Anyway, you know my thoughts on that. But let's get her story out. By the way, if you're not subscribed to the well-read black girl on TikTok, she's also on YouTube. You need to subscribe to her channel and get her content. After you see her content, and then you can come back to me and tell me whether she's worth giving to or not. Whether she spoke truth or not. Whether she was truthful from the start. I think you're going to find that I'm right on this. And better yet, you'll find that she was right. So yes, go to her TikTok, go to her YouTube, and give her a subscribe. Send her a note. Just send her a note. Just give her a comment. Say, hey, we understand. We know of the situation, and we're in your corner. We're supporting you. Yes, she is worth it. Absolutely. And she needs to hear from white people as well, especially because guess who attacked her? Guess who came strongly against her? Who was the hardest hitters? White people. She needs to hear from the sensible, slightly more intelligent, I hope, and the empathetic people who realize that, you know, black people need to be taken. Hey, by the way, if white supremacists can come out hard against black women, we need to come out stronger in their defense. Why can't we do that? We should. We've got to do it. Black men and women have made this country run and function, even in its dysfunction. Yes, please, leave her comments. Let her know that we're aware and that we're going to do something about it. It may be small. It may be small. But we're going to continue. And again, I will play her video. This is, I tell you what, she is at the breaking point. These MAGA fascists have just about broken her. I'll play her video again.
That I'm going to push through it no matter what, and I'm going to post it. So if I fumble through, please be patient with me. I'm human. I want to start out by saying thank you for the people, your words, your messages. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it greatly. Because this is a big fight. It's a very big fight, and that's really what I want to talk to you right now about is this fight. Because this is so much bigger than Daniel Bowling. Daniel Bowling is one person. There is a sea of people whose sole intention, their purpose, their mission is to silence voices of dissent, to silence people who have the courage to stand against a mob and say, you cannot have her. And the First Amendment is the First Amendment. So people should be allowed to say whatever they want to say. Behave however they want to behave without causing harm to others. Without consequences. Now, I never said anything about those children. That's just not, it's not me. I never said anything about those children. What I said was it is not okay for you to hunt a black woman because you don't like the words that she spoke. It's not okay to terrorize black women. And then they turned on me. And they used their exact same tactics they were using on Sade Perkins on me. And so now I am saying to this mob, to hospitals, to our boards, it is not okay to go along with the silencing of dissenting voices without doing your due diligence in an objective fashion every single time. That's the fight.
Fuck.
The Daniel Bowlings will come and go. But my job, my livelihood, what I've worked for, this is my life's work. This is not a job. It is my life's work. Should not be in jeopardy because I unfortunately come in contact with a man and his mob hunting black women.
Yep.
And I could have been anyone of any occupation. The occupation, it's a lot of us. This happens to us all the time. There should be an objective way to measure these things before another person's life is completely dismantled. That is a fight for all of us. And I'm gonna fight it. I'm gonna fight this fight for all of us. Because I know the Nurse Practice Act. I know that I have not violated the Nurse Practice Act. The Nurse Practice Act means too much to me. And I believe in accountability. I defended another woman and I defended myself against a digital lynch mob. That should not cost me my license. That should have never cost me my job. Not ever. And it shouldn't cost anyone else their job either if you're standing up and you're doing the right thing. And that if, there has got to be some objectivity put into that if. Because if these complaints had come to me, they would have died with me. If these complaints come to someone who is a supporter of fascism and racism, the possibility of the right thing happening decreases exponentially. We deserve protection. That's the long fight that I'm in. There have been issues with my Cash App. We're taking that completely out of the equation. I will post my PayPal here. My friends have set up a Gifts and Go for me. Thank you for doing that. Please donate. It's hard to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how much you help. That's the point, to be a helper. Thank you for doing this. I want to talk about the number. It's been set at $250,000 and how we came up with that number. I do have to live. I have to take care of my baby. I'm going to lose my health insurance, so I have to now buy into Cobra. I have to secure a lawyer who's willing to fight the long fight with me, maintain that, filing fees and all of that horrible stuff. I need to restore my self for this. I appreciate the support. This fight, I think was inevitable because,
Yep.
I mean, we are under attack by a fascist regime. This is fascism.
Yep.
So the fight was inevitable. I did not think it was going to be me, but it is, and I'm going to fight it, and I appreciate your support. So, fam, this is my fifth.
Yeah. Yep, so that's what she's facing now. Because she dared to be truthful. Because she dared speak up and push back against fascism and white supremacy. That's the thanks you get. Again, if you are watching on YouTube, you'll see all of her links are going to be in the description. Look for this picture. Look for Skeptically Speaking on YouTube. And you're going to see all of her socials that you need. I'm sure she's on others, but more importantly, you're going to see her Give, Send, Go in the description. So please, 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 please. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a look at it, make sure everything is live. Because what I don't want is to find out after the fact. Oh, good. Yes. Good. Give, Send, Go is right there. Her YouTube is right there. Her TikTok is right there. I also put in her Cash App. I just checked her Cash App just a few minutes ago. It's not working. So, god damn it. I wish she could get that going. Cash App would be so much easier for me, but we'll figure out a way. In fact, I'm just going to message her and see if I can get another link to another app. That would be easier. But holy fucking shitballs. I would rather her just get the money straight. For me, I would just rather her get the money through an app instead of waiting. Because you have to understand, Give, Send, Go, she has to hit that amount before she can get any of it. As much as I am aware, I think that's how it works. You have to reach your goal. I mean, I want to... You know what? I might just donate to both. Give, Send, Go, and then whatever app she has. So, unfortunately, god damn it, the Cash App is still not working. Ugh. That explains why she took it out of the equation in her video. Damn it. But anyway, she should not have to beg like this. We can, like I said earlier in the video, if a fascist schmatzi can raise $40,000 in 2 weeks, she should have double that. And again, whatever funds we've raised, according to this, it says $10 so far. So whatever money we've raised from this is going to go straight to her. And I think I'm going to do more of these. But she needs this money. She needs to be made whole, and this is a sad day in our country. Very sad indeed. So, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. But thank you so much for watching and listening to me blather on. I appreciate you guys. It's been over an hour and a half. So, again, this has been Skeptically Speaking. You can find us on YouTube, obviously TikTok. You can find us on Substack, Threads, Facebook, Blue Sky, and X. You can find us on all the apps, just about. Oh, Nan just gave with her PayPal. What? Oh, that's what I don't have. I don't have her PayPal. Let me get back into the chat here. Really? If you can get that information, send it to me in the chat. Obviously the private chat. But yeah, I would like to know her PayPal as well. I should have... I wish I had it. I would have listed it. But yes, Okay, that's good. Excellent. Excellent work. Thank you, Nan. Awesome. Let's do more of that. If I have to create a PayPal, that's what I'll do. If that's going to get her the money, let's do it. All right, with that, I will say good night, good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on and what time zone you are in. This has been Skeptically Speaking, blathering on. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it. And with that, I will say good night.